Why hello friends! Today we are going to be playtesting a spirit. I just need to finish putting it together. Let me get some of my audio. I don't have any audio on this page. Hold on, let me grab it. Where's my media folder? Found it. So, the goal for this day is to put this spirit, Burning Thorns Reach Outwards, into several interesting situations, and to see how it performs. And then later tonight we will actually do a full playtest, but right now it's mostly going to be setting up board states that are not unreasonable, setting up realistic board states, and basically seeing how the spirit reacts to it, seeing how the design that I've designed, well, functions. There we go. Dry vines become tender. It's a little line at the top, which is weird. Is that in my own copy of it? Actually, it is. Well, that's unfortunate. They all have that? They do. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so I just need to hit custom a few times, save these up, and then all of my dreams will come true. There's the next one. I should get the music going first so it's not just... I'll play the VHS. There we go. Yeah. And this one is... Kyoto. And the background. And lastly, card 3 and its background as well. Excellent. Now we just need to save all these, and we can begin. Actually, I need to delete the ones I have saved already. I could learn scripting for this, and I did look into how, but honestly it seemed like it was going to be a huge pain in the butt. So I just kind of didn't bother looking into it. There we are, and vines. Looking into it, looks like a lot of this particular mod is scripted inside of Tabletop Simulator itself using Lua, using Atom, which is no longer even a thing that still exists. Atom is already end of life. Dry vines become tinder. Save that into Horizons now. Growth chokes fields. Save. Great. And false promise of bountiful true fields. Good. Okay. I'm gonna reset the board state real quick. And yes, these are actual arts, which is nice. Growth chokes fields, dry vines become tinder. This is all art that I have simply found online. I have attributed it where possible. And I don't know if I will actually just straight up learn lure. Honestly, I might. Alright, so let's just load up Spirit Island base, set this up, and we'll get into... Wait, crunchy audio reel? On me or the background? Because the background is actually the VHS version. It's supposed to be a bit crunchy there. Here's the non-crunchy version. On me. That's not possible. Pa-pa-pa-ra-ka-ra-pa. Check, check. Unfortunate. Let's check my connections, I guess. There. Aside from that, I could try resetting my focus right. Did that help at all? Now I pull up my save objects, grab teal, grab burning thorns, choose it, and then grab my cards. Okay. I should put all of them into a bag so I can just grab the bag. Honestly, I should just recode. I should just learn the lure and recode all of this. That would also stop this from being offset a little bit. But there's not a whole lot that I can do about that right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Also, game does not work no matter what's uncovered. And for some reason, pay wasn't working either, but that's okay. Makes very little difference. I will have to manually grab element markers for everything except for dry vines, but energy cost should be accurate. These X's are not accurate, but whatever. It's fine. Like, unironically, it actually genuinely is fine. So first I'm gonna start out by just doing a single-player game. And see if it's just functional. Baseline functional. Sounds same, maybe better. Let me try doing some of this. Let me just... Mic check? Hello? Okay, now we're back. Did that help is the question, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna have to just go through it. One in each sands. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, I think I know how to fix it in the future then. It's an issue with my Focusrite. Focusrite Scarlet. Okay, I mean, that's actually fantastic if that does work. Alright, start out with 2 energy, put a presence in each sands, and put a wilds in where the... I'm gonna copy the wilds marker and place it there. Now I have a wilds bag, which will be useful for this spirit. Put a wilds where the city is, here. So it has disease and wilds. That is interesting. Now that I'm actually looking at it, does that change anything? No, I don't think it does. Okay, so the city is going to have 2 tokens starting out, the disease and the wilds. Let's do the initial explorer in Savannah. That, interestingly, could be a problem for me. Since, what can I do right out of the gate with that? Kind of need 2 card plays to get the 2 fire. There's a plant there. I might just need to grab the 2 card plays right out of the gate in this situation, so I can deal with these things before they become, you know, disastrous. I have 2 zero-cost cards, only one of which has fire. Arrowroot is a energy ramp that is mostly useless but has fantastic elements. Growth chokes fields. I could use next turn to push away a town. False Promise is actually the opposite of useful. What I would need to solve this is destroy 1 invader for each fire. That can take out 1 of them. Although, no, wait, I can just use my Eve's skill. So right now I'm going to use Growth Chokes Fields. That's in the slow phase. They will build, and then I will kill the explorer and then push away the town on 1 of them. What am I doing for presence? I need to get that energy quickly. Okay. So, what's more important for me at the beginning? Card plays or energy? And that's kind of what I built this around, is like the idea of having an early game that actually is relevant, that actually is interesting, that actually has decisions to make. Ah! Oh, heck, I thought I muted that. Mute button's not working, huh? I have a bit of a stuffy nose, and I apologize for that. Why is that mute button not working? I should fix that too. I should fix one thing at a time, I guess. There, it's fixed now. I don't know why it wasn't working. Oh well. Stream decks are weird sometimes. Hope I feel better. Me too. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so right out of the gate, my only source of energy is gain energy. And fire and plant. Which honestly does open this up, and I should just do that. So I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4 energy plant. That will mean... Oh yeah, fire plant. Which will mean that all I have to do is play a fire card. And I can do False Promise for 1. So, okay. The gain doesn't work. But the energy does. That's good. That's good. I'll take that. So I will go for card plays first. Unlock 2 card plays per turn. I only get 1 presence out this turn because I took the energy. I'm going to put it here because this area seems a little bit easier to defend. If this is the only card I'm playing, I suppose it is. Let me get its elements here. Okay. Well, I have 2 fire and 1 plant, so I have the ability to nuke explorers. And that is fast phase. It's a strong argument that this should be slow phase. Well, I guess no, it has to be fast phase for Dahan. But these effects feel like maybe they should be slow phase. Oh well. I do not have any water, so I'm not going to get any of the vines. Okay. Then let's try that. Fast power phase. Well, the fast powers I have are buffing Dahan and killing explorers. So... I'm just gonna kill this Dahan, I suppose. Is there any reason to kill the other one? I don't think so. I do have the push presence during growth phase. Is there anywhere I would put that right now? Do I need holy sites? I need holy sites to power this. So yes, right now I will want to keep both of these as at least 2 presents in there. That's my only fast phase. So... build in Savannah. Actually, that is an answer. No, I can't do it there. I can't do that there because... Okay, so if I do this here, I can kill that explorer, leaving this one here, which is going to be okay because there's a Dahan there. No, that doesn't save anything. Actually, that's... Hold on. Because I don't have defense, right? I have some destructions and pushes, but my pushes are slow phase. And Growth Chokes Fields is slow, and that is an offensive ability functionally. Growth Chokes Fields is offensive because adding Wilds is an offensive ability because of Eve's Overtaken. So that's a slow phase offensive power. So actually putting it on the board, and I think you can see this right away. You can see this very clearly. Actually putting it on the board makes a very big difference in seeing it as, well, seeing it as a functional playtest, right? Seeing it as something that you're... Yeah, as seeing what you're doing. I do want to get more presence out. Next turn I want to double presence, which could be a problem because this is going to build, but whatever. So they build in Savannah. And explore the wetlands, where I am not very useful. Alright. Slow phase. For each wilds, gather 1 explorer. Maybe this should be fast phase. No. I don't know, it's... Wait, I don't have any wilds there. Wait a minute, that's actually useless to me. Oh! Right, I don't have any... Okay, so let me restructure this the way I had before. If I was smart, what I would do is I would blast this explorer, let this part build up a bit. No, that doesn't make a difference, actually. That actually does not make a difference. Play it out the way that you played it, Jade. You can play fast and loose with rules because it's more about setting up board states and seeing how things play out than actually, you know, playing the game. So if I take this here, for each wilds, gather 1. Right, so if I blasted this location, which means that this is here, then I can target this land, and for each wilds, gather 1 and get rid of that explorer. But that doesn't help me. Actually, that doesn't actually make a difference. Oh, starting game on the Spirit might be worse than I anticipated, actually. I guess, really, you need to get that second play soon. Okay. Well, let's re-rack to the top of the turn. Instead of taking the 4 energy, we take the 2 presence into plays, put a holy site on each. Now, we don't have the plant fire here, which means we won't be able to destroy explorers, but I will be able to add wilds in the slow phase and use my energy to push away a town. So if I do that here, going back to the top of the turn, if I play it out this way, I'm choking real hard on energy. I have Sun, which is entirely useless for us at this time. Which is on both, which is I could probably remove that from False Promise, honestly. I have 1 fire, 1 wind, 1 water, 1 grass, which means I also flag. Which means I also do flag add a Wilds Gather a Dahan in slow phase. And then Dahan get +1 health, which will be useful for the Dahan to fight back. Because if I can lure the explorers away, then the Dahan can fight against the town and win, but only if I lure the explorers away, which is kind of interesting, actually. Okay, so let's play that out this way. What does this look like now? Fast phase does not kill any explorers, but does buff Dahan. Growth phase is terrifying since both fully grow. Oh yeah, and then those two come in. And then slow phase, we can add a Wilds Gather a Dahan. So let's add a Wilds, gather a Dahan into here, with the expectation that this is going to Ravage and the Dahan are just going to fight back against it. Add... And then add a Wilds, gather a Dahan. For each Wilds, gather 1 Explorer. Is there anywhere that's relevant? Yes, there is, because we do have that air, so we can push Wilds. So we added this here, we can push it here. Now we can use this for each Wilds, gather 1 Explorer, so we can get this Explorer out of that dangerous Badlands. Dangerous Wetlands with a Blight, that is. And then add a Wilds, push any number of Wilds. You may spend 1 energy to push 1 town or Dahan. Pushing any number of Wilds off of this ability as well as off of Vinesburst's 4th seems redundant now. It does let me do that on 2 different fronts, but I'm unconvinced that that's going to become relevant at any point. But for anyways, we will add a Wilds here. We can spend 1 energy, which will wipe us out of energy, to push a town or a Dahan. So we will push this into here, which is admittedly sketch. Okay. Anything else that I can or should do? No. I need to get more powers. And energy. I have literally no energy right now. My early game might be worse than I intended. Alright, well... I guess we'll time pass and see what direction we go. Next turn, growth. I kind of need to get the energy growth here, huh? This will guarantee me 2 plant. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my always growth will grab this and put it here. And I already have push a presence every turn available. So we just push a presence there for funsies. And I grab this plant here and lock it onto the board so it always shows up here. Good, 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 good. If you guys are not parsing this and if you have played Spirit Island but you're not parsing what I'm doing, just let me know. Alright, so we can play both of these. This one technically does add its elements. It also adds an extra moon and a beast though. But it does add the fire, earth, grass, and cost 3 though. So I'm okay with that. I don't have anything that triggers off of moon or a beast. So I just have to remember that this is like a thing. I do also get fire and plant off of the energy track, which means I do hit this kicker. I can remove any number of wilds in the slow phase and deal damage to buildings for each wild's removed. Okay. Okay, so what does that mean for me? What does that do for me? If I'm just playing those two, next turn I'm going to have to recover, but I'm also going next turn I'm also going to be able to unlock the first here, and that's fine. This is a tough first 2 turns. I feel like Eve's Overtaken will eventually become powerful, possibly overpowered, and I wanted this to have a rough start. That was part of the goal, right? Was to say, early game, it's difficult for you to grow. You can grow quickly by presence, but it's difficult for you to establish a board control. And I was worried that spreading out 1 billion wilds into the universe might be too strong. And now I'm seeing, like, no, it's not. There's also an interesting anti-synergy that Arrowroot is a fast power, and the adding wilds is a slow power, which I hadn't really considered. Meaning that I'm only getting 1 energy off of Arrowroot, which feels not great. And that's my entire fast phase. Alright, so I do get 2 fire and grass means I do get this. 1 destroy an explorer for each fire, and the Dahan have health. So destroy an explorer, and the Dahan have +1 health. Each of those. Which means that they will survive the ravage without difficulty, and it will blight the land, but it will not hurt the Dahan. So, in the invader phase, I have generated no fear. Huh. Oh no, wait, anytime I add a wilds, it always adds a fear, so I actually have gained 3 fear so far. It's add 1 fear, you may spend an energy to deal 1 damage. Okay, cool. That's better. Alright. Ravage in the sands. This guy does nothing here. This town is destroyed by Dahan, but it does blight the land. Okay. Slow phase. You may remove any number of wilds, a damage to buildings for each removed. If the land is sands, add a vitality. I also find it interesting. I definitely want to put the wilds where buildings are so that I can, eat into them with these things. But I definitely do want to not do that too. Like, I definitely want to not put the wilds, so they can actually function as wilds. And that's kind of neat. Anyways, I have 3, but I have no water, which means that I cannot burst forth. Which sucks. Remove any number of wilds, deal a damage for each to buildings for each wilds removed. I am going to remove this wilds to... No, I have the other one. Which I would use that on the other location, actually. So I should have used that down here to ping off that Explorer. Because with the Dahan buff and 2 Dahan there, it would not make any difference if the Northern Sands had that issue. Oh yeah, and this presence is destroyed. Okay. So Ravage there, build in wetlands. I've already pulled off both of the Explorers off wetlands, which is something that's interesting. It means that this might be too strong. Wait, how do I get both wetlands? I cleaned this one off. I gathered the... There's only one... How do I get that there? No idea. I don't remember what I did. I pushed a town. So no wetlands build, I guess. I feel like there should be one here, but whatever. I'm playing a bit too fast and loose. I will fully admit this. Alright, so there's that and that. One Explorer has been effectively used. Remove wilds. So I'm gonna target that. Anywhere within 2 of a holy site. I'm actually just going to target here to do nothing but add a vitality here, because that might save my butt later on. That seems good and wise. Wait, I do have water. What am I talking about? I do have water. I didn't add these elements. These 2 elements are from the startup track. So I do have fire, water, grass. Never mind, so I do have my entire... I have actually 4 grass, so I actually have my entire stack here. And 3 fire, which changes nothing over there. Okay, so no, that actually makes a big difference here, though. This means I get to add 3 wilds, which is a total of 2 fear. Because this is 1 action. So once per action, this is 1 action. So I add add/push a wilds. So I get 1 from Eve's Overtaken, and then 1 more from the tier 2 of this. I can deal 1 damage to a building. This has to be range 0, and it has to be in a savannah. That's the trick with this, is that it must be in a savannah. Now here's where I'm going to do the thing that I think might be broken. This is the part that I think might be broken. Is to go boom, 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 3 extra wilds in that location. And then I may push... I do not have the air, I can't push right now. Okay. I can push up to 3 wilds. So next turn I can do that. So it would be push, push, and then it's like, oh, okay, these lands are secured forever. These lands have so much wilds that they're never going to be explored. That's the part that I think might be broken in the future. I think that's the part that might become broken, but with a startup the way I have it now, and without a lot of kill power, and in a multiplayer game where I'm going to be expected to help teammates, I think we might be fair. Also, I haven't taken a double growth turn yet. Alright, so that's time pass. Let's reclaim all, gain a power. I have to gain a miner. I don't have enough energy available to me yet, so that's not even on the board. Blood Draws Predators has the fire and the water, which is good, although so does Sunset Fire. Fear, 1 damage, pay 1 to ping something else. That's actually pretty strong. I mean, if I were playing a multiplayer game, both Elemental Boon and Gift of Power would be extraordinary, but for a solo game right now, I need actual juice. I need actual go juice. And I think that Sunset Fire is the play. It's a fear, it's a damage. Pardon me. which is enough to ping an explorer. That's fine. It also has all the elements I need. So that's gain a power card. I also can have an extra play this turn. And then, what is my other growth option? Add a presence. Well, I'm going to take this one here and rebuild that holy site, because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it super bad. Alright, with 2 plays per turn this turn, knowing that they're going to be building in mountains real soon, which means I have to worry about this. I'd like to dry vine this location. Oh yeah, I do gain 2 energy for the track, of course. Puts me at 4. So let's take this. And then I also need 1 water and grass, so I can get 3 up to here. If I can get 3 up to here, then I might be able to make something happen. This does not give me a lot of fire. And I'm using basically all of my energy. And yes, I see you, but my mind is focused right now, Asrael. I'm kind of, you know, I'm working on something. I do see you, and you are a delight. Okay. Next turn, I'd like to do a double growth turn if I can. Alright, there's no Ravage this turn, which is real good because I'm about to have a problem. We have sun, water, grass, which does put me all the way up on the grass list. Alright. Is that Sanskrit? Oh, don't speak it. I guess just Invader turn then, yeah? Because everything is slow phase. Slow, slow. And I don't have the fast one flagged. Well, I guess technically I do have... Yeah, I guess properly I do make a land with the Han buff, but that doesn't really make any relevance now. So... Explore does not affect coastal lands. Okay. Explore does not affect coastal lands. Explore coastal lands. I'm gonna re-roll that. And take this one instead, because otherwise it's just what we're even playing, you know? That is fun and cool, that is extremely funny, and if there's a regular game, I'd be like, heck yeah, let's go do that immediately. But no, it's not. I'm trying to playtest here. Okay, so the question is, can I break the city? And the answer should be yes, if I stack all of my abilities. This location is fine. Okay, so... slow phase is going to be add 2 fear, add 3 wilds to here. Do I have wind? I do not. But it's okay because I have growth, chokes fields, which is adding another wilds. And then I can push any number of wilds. So I guess that is still useful because of the lack of wind. And then I put him like that. Beautiful, right? And the 1 damage to building does not make a difference because it only works in Savannah. Okay. And now I process dry vines, targeting this location here. Should that be within 1 of a holy site? No. No, it's fine with range 2 of a holy site, because holy site... Yeah, because the holy site can be anywhere, because it needs the wilds. It has to have so many wilds that it doesn't make much of a difference. Alright, so I remove any number of wilds to deal 1 damage to a building for each one remove, so I remove all 3 wilds to destroy the town, the city, and add 2 fear. Right? Yeah. The land is not a sands, so even though I have the kicker, I do not add vitality. Yeah, this doesn't have to be... Yeah, good. Also, that sands should be keyworded. I did not keyword that. It's fine. What does that mean for me now? Yeah, that means the mountains, both mountains in fact, are safe from ravage. But it means that I haven't really done much pressure. But I should become a lot stronger pretty soon, because I'll be able to... If I, actually, right now, because the mountains are already secured... I already have a stack of 4 wilds there, which is great for Tinder. I think... I would need to Tinder again next turn to deal with this. What else can deal with that? This is within 1 of a holy site, so I can target here. Pardon me. This is gonna be hard. I'm actually fairly reliant on having a good... I'm reliant on more stuff than I thought I would be. Alright, so I'm noticing how reliant I am on water. And that's part of how I designed the spirit from the beginning, right? Eventually, I will always have access to water. Eventually, I can make my own water. And that is the point when I can kind of tear out and just be like, okay, no, I'm always generating wilds no matter what cards I play. Let's freaking go. But early game, that becomes more constricting. Which I'm feeling. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling a little bit of early game constriction, which is good. So... this turn I'm going to need to push multiple wilds. Do I have wind? I do have wind and false promise. So I think I take my double growth option for these 2 here. That'll give me 3 energy. Something that's well needed right now. I'll put 1 here and 1 here. And I also have push 1 presence in my starting track. Well, 3 doesn't help me so much, so let's shimmy out into here. Maybe that way we can make something happen. You know what? No, let's put this here so we have another holy site. This Explorer... I wish I had a Dahan here. I have Gather a Dahan, but it can only be into a Savannah. So if I play out my entire hand this turn... I also have Push of Wilds right now. If I play out the entirety of my hand, it does cost 2. And then... oh no, that doesn't make it. Okay. And then I can... and the part of my growth action, I can push a wilds, which is relevant because pushing a wilds adds a fear. So effectively I have fear, up to 3 fear in the growth phase. Which now I'm wondering if that's too much. Maybe that should only be push instead of add. No, I think that is correct. I think that's what what it should be. I think it should be only add fear on push instead of on add. Yeah. Otherwise, these mid-game, late-game things where I'm adding all these wilds. Because add 1, push 1... no, it's only... still only 1 fear per thing. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see it out. Hello, Potato. How do you do? So what's my fast phase look like? Well, I gain a bunch of energy because I have this stack of 3 wilds. In fact, if I don't push the wilds... No, wrong direction, actually. If I don't push the wilds, then Airvoot gives me 4 energy. Which is quite nice. Hello, Holly. Then, what is my... Alright, so I have... None of these are actually adding proper elements, right? They are? Oh yeah, Sunset is adding proper elements. So this one adds fire, water, grass, and this one adds the first 4. Okay. What's that give me? 3 fire, 2 grass. Okay, so that's pretty good here. And this abundance of Airroot gives me some very, very nice energy gain. Pay that out. So okay. Then I guess we just move straight to the invader phase. Ravage mountains, nothing happens. Build in wetlands is those 2. Explore the jungle, which is all just 100% a problem. The fear card of each player can add... You can add a strife and land not matching the Ravage card. Oh, actually it's tier 2 now. No, it's tier 1, because this got moved early. So the Ravage card being mountains, I can add... That was built this turn, so that doesn't apply. Oh, sure, why not? That works. Oh, then... What am I doing here? Slow phase, where I do most of my things. I get to add 2... Sorry, just looking at stuff. Sunset Fire feels so important right now. 1 damage, 1 energy to deal 1 damage in an adjacent land. So if I add in the 2 vines that I get here, we just have so many wilds. We can push up to 3 of them. So we push 1 here, which will add a fear, actually a 2 fear because this also has the fear attached to it, and do a point of damage. Yeah. Good. And then where else do I push the wilds? It's kind of outwards, and this right here is what I was worried about, is this sort of like, okay, now I can inundate. Is that a problem, or have I already gotten too much danger already? Am I able to establish a dominant board state now? I mean, we're gonna find out, right? And this one, I don't even know how to get to that. I can also push... I could have pushed a presence in slow phase, whatever. Slow phase. So I did that. For each wilds, I can gather an explorer. And that is range 1 from a savanna. So if I target here, I can pull in... So if I target here, I can pull in these 2, right? I think I want to pull them into here. Because then next turn I can destroy them both by broad leaves. That'll get both of them down. Right? I can just destroy 2 explorers off that. And then I use Sunset Fire to add 1 fear, to ping for 1 damage, and 1 damage adjacent. Which is going to be destroying the town. Now we're in phase 2. Here. And then 1 adjacent, I guess, is going to be breaking 1 explorer here. Okay, that's pretty good. That cleans up 1 of these. Nice. And then False Promise. For each wilds, gather and explore. Wait, didn't I do that? No, I did that already. Is that everything? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Yeah, time pass. Okay. I have no idea what you're saying. I have no cards in hand, which means I have to reclaim, huh? This can also be my water turn, or my permanent wilds turn. Well, I have enough water here. So I reclaim all, take this one, put it here, and move it out so it grows outwards. I'm gaining 3 energy. I think I have a good turn here to deal with this. This I don't. The wetlands is gonna blight, but I can dry vines in the forest. Should dry vines be not unable to target wetlands? I feel like it should, but I also feel like giving a benefit to sands instead of hurting a wetlands is better, because we already have a negative wetlands trait on our card. Right, well, I have 3 card plays this turn. Wait, I played 3 cards plays last turn, and I didn't. I cheated last turn. Oh well. Well, whoops. Alright, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? So we have the permanent plant, and I reclaimed. I mean, which means I gain a power. I'm gonna flex a major and see what I can get. I got it. I got the card that this spirit wants. Strangling Firevine is an iconic card for the spirit. Destroy all explorers, add a wilds, 1 damage per wilds in and adjacent. Yeah, this is an amazing card. And this kind of what the impetus of the spirit, kind of what spawned the idea for making this. This costs everything. Hold on. 1 damage per wilds in or adjacent to target land. And I'm going to have to target here with it, so like, no, it's got plenty. Which means I don't need dry vines this turn. Dry vines is kind of like Fire Vine Light, except you have to supply your own wilds. Destroy all explorers. Add 2 wilds, 1 damage per wild in or adjacent. So right now this is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage to this location. It's going to absolutely erupt it. 16 damage if I add in if I get the kicker, which I almost am certain to do this turn. This is gonna blight. Not much I can do about it. I think I dropped the sunset here. That's my 2. I know I do have 3 cards. I'm gonna only use 2 card plays this turn because I messed up and used 3 last turn. This does not hit that kicker though. Wait. Yes, it does, because this one is not adding elements correctly, right? Yeah. So... no, wait, yes it is. These both are adding elements correctly. I don't have 3 grass this turn. Unfortunate, but not a big deal, I guess. Okay. Which leaves me okay, so in the fast phase, I do have buff Dahan and destroyed Explorer for each fire. So here, if I target this land here, I can destroy 2 of those. And that ability just is in a target where there is a holy site. It doesn't have to be a savanna, but because you can only add 2 savannas, it will naturally be a savanna most of the time where you use it. I'm okay with this. Invader phase. Each player replaces one explorer or town with a Dahan, and a land with 2 or more Dahan. That's insane and saves that? Wow. That's clutch. Okay. Okay. That's huge. Nice. Ravaging wetlands is now not a problem. Nothing happens here, though. Build in the jungle means they're putting a city in here, which is just going to get, you know, absolutely smote. And explore in the savannah, which is the wilds here, and there's no actual wilds in here, but there is a vitality, so I'm not worried. Slow phase. Destroy all explorers. Kaboom. Add a couple of wilds. Well, sure, we'll add a wilds here. Gonna be adding a lot more. And then everything in here just explodes. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fear. Oh. That's actually a win condition because that's all the buildings. How do I feel about this? Making a bunch of wilds is what the spirit is for. And using them offensively. Getting Strangling Firevine was clutch, but I would have been able to survive otherwise. It felt fun. It felt like I was making interesting and difficult decisions the entire time, which is good. That's what you want, right? It was engaging to play. Adding so much... I'm thinking that affects me present track count as one action is going to be better here. Otherwise, you are adding 1, 2, 3 fear passively every turn, even if you don't spend the energy to do the damage. Alternately, I could say spend energy to deal fear and damage. I like the idea of fear being passive and damage being active, but that does mean that eventually getting 3 fear passively might be too strong. What are you guys thinking? How do you guys feel about this? I like the way I grew outwards. I like dumping the wilds, but right now if there was going to be an explorer can just never touch things, right? Let me re-rack. No, let me re-rack and make a larger board. Let me make a 2-player board just so I have more room to work with. Choose spirit. And yeah, just a two-player board here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's gain a minor and major to set up a mid-game scenario, okay? What I gain here, steam vents, actually doesn't look great, weirdly. Shadows of the Burning Forest seems pretty heckin' good for us, though. But maybe not, because it's not impact enough, because we have a very limited card plays, right? Maybe Teeming Rivers? No, that can't be right. No, having some blight removal would be nice. Weirdly, I think I want that. Plague ships. Add 4 disease among coastal lands. As long as you are within 1 of a coastal city, which is pretty easy to get. More focus on beasts than the spirit usually likes, but not irrelevant. Dissolve bonds of kinship is interesting as well. I think plague ships is the play, because there's interesting things you can do with that. Let's give ourselves 3 energy, and let's say we've gotten these out somewhere. Just litter the place with some random junk. Fairly arbitrary thing. Jade picking the funsies? I mean, it's my own spirit, so yes, it is funs. It is... So far, I am mixed upon it. Okay. Alright, so let's just get into something here. We're 4 turns in. I guess for 4 turns in we should have something else unlocked. And we would have a bunch of wild server places. Okay. Let's just call this a board state. We'll call this something. The current problem? How do we deal with this? What tools do we have? It's going to ravage in 2 turns. This turn, the goal is going to be put as many wilds there as possible and dry roots to burn it. So if I dry roots, gain 4 energy off of this to give myself an extra element here. Then gives me 2 plants, which means I would need another plant source. Any of my plant sources would be fine. What else could help it? Well, this can also push a town. And this is sun, water, plant, which also puts us at tier 3 plantitude. Pay that out. Alright, so we have a city, a town, an explorer, and 1 blight. So what do we do with this? What do we do with this? What do we do with this? Well, they're going to build another town here, because towns do not outnumber cities yet. And in the slow phase, we are adding in 3 of this. We do not have wind. But it's fine because we have Growth Chokes Fields instead of wind. I could have swapped that for... No, there's actually nothing I could have swapped that for, because I don't have any other source of wind, because I need wind to spread the seeds. So if I spread all these wilds into here, that does give us 6 wilds. We do have a holy site at that location, so we can destroy an explorer. I mean, it doesn't make a big difference. We can also buff Dahan. So if we kill the explorer, we can remove 6 wilds, dealing 1 damage per wild's removed to buildings. Which brings us very, very close to wiping it out. Which means that when I push those wilds in there, I can spend an energy to do 1 damage to a building, based off of Eve's Overtaken. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 health left on invaders, remove 6 wilds. That problem is solved. Okay. That's how that becomes a resolution path. Alright. Interesting. So the ability to burst forth 3 wilds and then tinder 3 wilds means that we can, in slow phase, delete a single city. For free, completely. Now, the damage to buildings here only applies on the savannah that you're moving it from, but you can push them off of that ability too. And we can add a presence at range 4. So spawning a new presence halfway across the board is not that hard. Let's grab it and send it. Pushing the wilds from one of our lands in the growth phase. I like it, but we have a lot of ways to push wilds, actually. Do we? We have push wilds off of this, and... no. And push wilds off of this, and it's on twice on our presence track. This requires wind, which I am... We do not have a lot of sources of wind, so getting a wind power is actually fairly important in our early game. We need water to make stuff, we need wind to spread it. But we only have 1 wind card, and... I do love False Promise because it gathers explorers into the savannah, and where they can be destroyed by the leaves, by the leaf sting. I like that concept. I think I'm just going to do another solo game. I'm just going to load up another solo game and see how it goes. Yeah, we'll do another round on this as a second solo game, and then that'll probably be it for Strem. Then I'll be going out to do an actual playtest with Sprig, which I'll upload here next week. We start with one in each savannah. On the Spirit Island playlist on my channel, there is a Learn How to Play with Mega Serling and Great Dictator. I recommend that video. It's a very good video if you want to learn how to play. Right. Initial Explorer is in mountains, which is mildly pesky. So what are my early game goals? Getting a source of energy seems so important, but I have a backup energy here, which is pretty great. Getting a second card play seems critical, right? I think turn 1, I just double grow out to here, which lets me place a presence and push a presence if I want, which I don't want because I want to have 2 holy sites right now. So that's this and this growth. And then they're going to build. This one already has stuff, so if I can stop this one from doing anything, that'd be cool. False Promise is a slow action though, so I don't even know that I can get to it. May add a... What if we just do that? Which is sun, water, grass. Which does give me 1 wilds off of here, and gathering a Dahan into the savannah, which I don't necessarily want. So this lets me add a wilds and then push any number of wilds, so I can target that here, and then spend 1 energy to push the town out as it appears, leaving this place a problem that will definitely blight, right? That's what it looks like to me. I can play a second... So I'll play... No, can I play a second? Wait, yeah. I'll play that second card here. False Hope, with the intention of giving me a free turn on the following turn. Wherever they explore this turn, I might be able to disrupt. Alright. I have no fast phase, meaningfully. Oh wait, so this has those 4. Meaning that my fast phase can only entail buffing a Dahan, which is fine. The invader phase will build in mountains and explore in savannah. Pardon me. The towns outnumber cities 1-0, so they had a city there. I can't deal with that. That's a problem. And slow phase. So, for each wilds, gather a Dahan is something that I have to do later. Add a wilds, push any number of wilds. You can spend 1 energy to push a town or Dahan. So I'm going to add a wilds here. I'm actually not going to... Yeah, I'm going to push a town into here, meaning this place is also a problem. I don't have the energy to use this power, but I do gain the passive gain off that. Then I also gain 1 more wilds at one of my core locations, which also gets me a fear. Now, for each wilds, gather an explorer. Do I even want to do that? Because they put him in the sands, which is kind of where I want him. So it has to be within 1 of sands. I can dump the explorer out of the sands. I can target it wait, mountains are gonna ravage? I can just dump that guy in the mountains. That way I still have my wilds here for actual wilds duties. What an odd turn. Oh, I can also push this wilds if I want to. Which I suppose I don't. Yeah, no, I want it there. This is going to make me want to use my energy growth option next turn anyways, so that I can damage the town that's going to come in there. Okay. We'll pass the turn here. Did everything right. Yeah, I'm not gathering any explorers. I thought that was going to be more useful than it was. Alright, so I have to use the energy gain option as I have no energy. I'll take this, unlocking a plant. I'll put it here and expand it out to here, just to make sure I'm within... I will eventually have a location that's next to everything in time. I will grab a plant element and put it onto here and lock it on the board so that this always has a plant. And I have a grass and a fire this turn. Good. I have 2 card plays. Do I just play both of these out? Next turn I need to actually gain real energy, like genuine energy. This is fire, water, grass, giving me up to 4 grass, which doesn't actually help me. Like, I need grass, but I actually don't care about being inundated with grass the way I do in some other spirits. You know what I mean? Like, I need grass to it's like water. I need water to function, but I never need more than 1. And eventually I don't need any water to function. I need air to spread my seeds, but I don't actually need a lot of air. Having a lot of air is not useful. I need... Interesting. Is Tinder going to be a good play? We'll find out. Goodness. Arrow Root's actually useless. This turn I gain 1 energy off it. I guess it's not useless. I gain 1 energy off it. But Arrowroot needs an interesting setup. You need to add in wild... To make Arrowroot really shine, you need to add in wilds, but not... disperse them, if you want Arrowroot to work. But, like, dispersing wilds is what you do. So there's a weird little anti-synergy there that I kind of like. I kind of vibe with it, real talk. What was my growth this turn? Just the plant element here unlock? Yeah, okay, that's fair. And then these here, which is why I have so many of these. Okay. Alright, fast phase is just gaining that point of energy. And destroying... Yep. At a holy site, destroying explorers. Which is this one here. We just burn that guy into the ground. Now, this is that kind of situation where I'm not sure, where I'm worried that I'm too powerful. You know what I'm saying? Ravage in the mountains, yeah, I mean, sure, that blight's here. And this guy just explodes. But now look at the board. I control the savannah so hard that there's not even a build there, and the explorer in the jungle gives me no fear. That's my concern, is that I don't want to have too much of a stronghold. Because this looks too powerful right now, right? You know what I'm saying? These dry vines don't even make much of a difference. But I have 4 grass, but I have no wind, so I'm just adding 3 wilds right here. How do I stop that? Should this only add a wilds on the 1 and the 3, maybe? Is that too many wilds? Or it's also a fear. It's difficult. Remove wilds to deal damages to things, which actually ends up not being useful, but ends up letting me drop a vitality here, which is useful. Interesting use of this card here. But, like, you see what I'm saying here? Like, look at this. I guess, no, there's still problems on the map. Can I turn this into a lockdown scenario? I guess that's the question, eh? Alright, we need to actually start generating energy. We drop it here, push it here. And we have to reclaim. We'll take a miner. We'd like something with... Ooh, Poison Dew is perfect elements for us, actually. Destroy an explorer. All of them if it's a jungle or a wetlands. This gives us coverage in the jungle and wetlands we don't have. Although I could use a little bit more wind. You have no clue what you're watching? Oh, I hope you're having a good time anyways. Call to Guard is pretty good. But Poison Dews are elements, and I'm trying to stick mostly with what the elements naturally do. Okay, so... we have +1 card play this turn. This will let us push a bunch of stuff around. This will let us deal with the explorers in the spawn, which is the first tier 2. And then for a third, you know, I just abundance because I have a stack of wilds here, so I have the stack of air root. Might as well use it, I guess. Elements wise, I only have... Okay, so elements wise, I have 2 fire, 2 sun, a moon. I do have this, 2 water, 2 grass. Which gives me the 3 grass, 1 water that we have for stacking up 1 billion wilds. And does let me torch some explorers. If I have a holy site there. Which I do, and that's in the fast phase. Which makes me wonder if this should even be in the fast phase. Should this be a slow power? Should everything I have just be a slow power? Maybe? So fast phase... I just torched that guy. And then gain 4 energy. Which is appreciated. Alright, Ravaging Savannah, nothing. Building Jungle, we got something going on down here to deal with. Explorer Mountain. Uh-oh, that... Ooh, we got a problem here. I'm just... We have dry vines, though, so, like... I think we can torch it. Alright, slow phase. Oh wait, there's no explorer here because there's wilds there, of course. That's what the entire point of the spirit. Jade, come on. For each grass, gather 1 explorer. I mean, I have 4 wilds. I can take all these explorers out of here. And that would actually help. These explorers are all in here, and I can passively break them down with my stings. So that actually does help. Add a wilds. You may push any number of wilds. I do have wind this turn. So if I use this to add a wilds here, I can spend an energy to push this town, which I'll push this town into here, because I have a vitality protecting it. And then I can push any number of wilds. I'll push this up here. It's the same power, so I do not get any additional fear off of it. Next turn, Dry Vines is going to be very, very important. And then I add 3 wilds. Into here, and then push them all into here. That's 2 fear. 1 from creating them and 1 from the effect. I can also gather a Dahan into here, which I don't really need to. And do 1 damage to a building, which, I mean, I guess, but I can't really finish it off this turn. Oh, I can! Wait, this also deals damage to a that actually breaks the building. Never mind, that does do a thing. Okay. This flows together. There's a lot here to like. There's a lot here that works. There's a lot here that makes sense and flows together. It is a lot of fear generation, but I think I fixed that by changing this to say effects may presence track count as 1 action. I think that's the play, is effects during your growth phase count as 1 action as opposed to count separately. That stops a bunch of the late game fear gain. Early game, and the early game fear game is never getting stronger, right? This is never going to scale up, because we never scale up our plays, card plays. The only reason I have 3 this turn is because I reclaimed this turn. So I think that's okay. And right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is going to be okay next turn. Okay, well, I'm playing these 2 cards because those are the 2 cards I have. And they should be very good. Because this one's going to let us remove any number of wilds and deal damage for each wilds removed, which is going to be targeting here, where there's 4 wilds, which is going to be able to break down the city and leave the town at 1 health, and that 1 last health can be removed in the slow phase, although they are building there again, which is a problem. But then again, I also have no wind again. This wind issue is actually concerning. That's more of a problem than I thought it would be. This 1 casual wind here is actually incredibly important. Still winds cripples this spirit more than not enough water. I did not see that coming. And I should have, obviously, but I thought that, you know, oh, whatever, you just, you know, because I have so many other ways of doing it. Anyways, growth-wise, I'm taking out these 2. No, these 2. Added wilds. No, I need to push wilds. Pushing wilds is actually important this turn. And then 1, 1. This one can push into wetlands. Haven't been a problem. But I'm just going to put this in here because that's going to be a place where I'm going to want a holy site in the future, in the near future, frankly. Alright, so we've dealt with the jungles. So we don't have to worry about that. Do we have any fast things? We do have 2 fire to destroy 2 explorers, which is the goal. This is what I wanted this to look like. I wanted to destroy explorers in the savannah, or wherever we have a holy site, by drawing them in and then slaughtering them. Not unlike Lure. Not unlike Lure the Deep Jungle. Right, Ravage in the jungle. Nothing to doing. Building in the mountains. Here. Terrifying. Explore in the coast. Ooh, there's a yikes. Slow phase. I can add 3, but I can't disperse. Destroy an explorer. Just pretty much anywhere. I can just pop one explorer easily. So I'm just gonna pop this guy. Remove any number of wilds. Deal 1 damage to buildings for each wild removed. So if I remove 4 wilds, it breaks down 2 towns, but it doesn't actually fix a problem, huh? Which means that's gonna cascade. So I guess I'm adding the wilds here. Because why not? Am I still breaking that down? I'm gonna have to. Yeah, not having wind is a problem. We got 2 fear cards. Actually, we had 1 fear card this turn. Which is what? Each player removes someone from with 2 or more to hand. Okay. I mean... Sure. Not amazing, but it helps. We need the fear card to solve this problem next turn, or we are blighting the island. Yeah, not having wins. Which means I should be looking for wins when I gain power cards, which I don't gain power cards often. I've also noticed. I can because I still grow when I gain these cards anyways. Oh yeah, these are all gone. And it's not a Savannah, so I do not put in a Vitality. Okay. Time passes. Well, I have to reclaim again. I can add a wilds to one of my lands on the card now. Which is actually not terrible, because I do have a location here that needs it. But I do already have a pushing wilds. I have enough water. Unlocking the water is not critical. So we'll put this here and then push it here. This is about to become a problem. I have to fix that. Oh yeah, here we are. So yeah, this is about to blight the land. Neat. Okay, so what am I playing here? What are my plays? I have 3 plays this turn. And plenty of energy, honestly. Also, I can add a wilds right now. Which I'll target the jungle for, just to make sure that no one gets in there. Yeah, I guess it does play out. I can't flood the lands in wilds because I need to use my wilds so often to be able to destroy things. Right? I'm eating up all of my wilds to break things down, which is kind of the point. Let's go here. 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 So I have 3 plays because oh wait, I gain a power. I think I fish for a major, actually. Pyroclasm has the wind, actually, which is surprisingly relevant. But not that great of a card. Vengeance. Okay. Vanish away. Remove 1 invader of any type and 1 those, or removed everyone who's damaged. This is one of Mist's signature cards. We can actually make use of that, since doing 1 damage to something is kind of trivial with the Eves Overtaken. Destroying a city? Hard. But pinging a city is fairly easy for us. We can never hit the kicker, though, but whatever. Move all damaged invaders. Can I ping both of those? Then I wouldn't even need to dry vine. Yeah, I can. So no dry vines, but instead vanish away. They can't build, so it's just going to be destroying 2 buildings this turn. That's a really good major power for us. Despite not having any of the elements we need whatsoever. We have water, grass. We actually do have 2 moon. We'll never have a 3rd, but we do have 2 moon. We have fire. We have a wind, which is actually important. So we have 2 grass. We only have 1 fire, so we can't torch these last 2 explorers this turn, but that's not a problem. We're not really caring about that right now. That's not urgent. So slow phase, can I ping this twice? And the answer is yes. Fast phase, what am I doing? Actually nothing. That's fine. Invaders... Can't stop it. Blight. And then that does cascade to here. Which means we now have, at the start of each invader phase, on each board, add 1 Blight to a land adjacent to Blight. We can prevent this by paying 3 energy or destroying 1 presence off that board. So basically every turn I either Blight or I remove a presence, or I destroy a presence, which means we need to win quickly, because that's not sustainable, obviously. Cool. Oh yeah, also in the growth phase, we can push a wilds now. So we will push a wilds into here. We can spend the energy to... Oh yeah, we do push, so that is a fear. To ping a city. We have this for the slow phase, and this... Alright, so I guess that's it for the fast phase. Did I add a wilds as well? I guess I didn't add the wilds. We'll add another one up here. That seems nice. Okay. Well, enemy... Well, I already did... I didn't check this, though. Do the next normal build, skip the lowest land invading... Oh, they're not going to build there. Literally does nothing. Fantastic. Okay. Building the coast just removes the disease. Ravaging the mountain did the blight. And the exploration is in Savannah. Which does nothing here, which is just removes the wilds from each. Which is a resource check, at the very least, and at the very most. Cheers, guy. You have a good one. Then... slow phase. We can add 2... There's 2 fear off of this. We add in... Add in 2 here. Push 3 of them into here. Spending 1 energy to damage this town. We can also gather a Dahan into here, if we want. That's that. We can also gather more explorers, which doesn't really make a difference for anything. Then remove all damaged invaders. Yeah. Because pinging things is trivial to us. Removing damaged invaders is insignificant. Trivially difficult. Okay. Is that my slow phase? I suppose it is. Yeah. Now this is protected, and this is guaranteed to be safe next turn. All I have to do is remove the city to win. I do have a blighted island, so... Oh, I need to reclaim as well. Scream Disease is real tempting because of that wind option. I don't think domesticated animals is just fun. Alright. So they're gonna be... So I need at least 2 fire to make sure I can clear out the explorers. Any 2 fire is fine. I have 3 card plays this turn. And then, if I break this city, I believe I can win. So I'll be in... Because they have literally no other buildings. Which means I need... this? So this is fire, earth, grass. This is fire, water, grass. And this is the first 4. Which gives me 3 fire, 1 grass, so I can destroy these 2 before they ravage in here. And gives me the full set on Vine's Burst 4th, meaning that I can put in 3 wilds into this location, and then use the tinder to destroy the city at that location. That should be correct. I can also add a wilds in the growth phase to a place where I already have presence, which adds a fear, which officially puts us in the terror level 2. Which means we win if there's no buildings. Oh yeah, gain 3 energy. Pay. Fast phase. We gain 2 off of this one. Or 3 off of this one, actually, rather. Energy, that is. I like that. I like Arrowroot. It has... Its anti-synergy makes it nicely balanced. It is simultaneously good because we can stack up vines real easy, and also not good because we don't want to stack up vines real easy. We want to stack vines and spread them, and this is being a fast power forces us to have the vines stacked from a previous turn to actually give us a benefit, and I think that's really interesting and compelling, frankly. Alright, each player removes Explorer or Town from a land with 2 or fewer invaders. So I just pop that one Explorer, that's fine. Oh yeah, fast phase, I'd nuke both of these guys. I don't know. I mean, on one hand I feel like I'm too powerful, on the other hand I am literally in a Blighted Island situation. Also, yes, I have had to destroy these presents for the past 2 turns. I should make note of that. Ravaging the coast is fine. Build in Savannah is fine. Explore in the wetlands. Just soaks up a wilds. And then, yeah, I add in... That's 2 fear total. I add in 2 wilds there, which... No, it is 3. It is 3. I add in 3 wilds there from the power. And then I use those 3 wilds to remove 3 wilds to do 3 damage to a city. Meaning that these 2 things go away. I think you're right. It's situational, but in the right situation, it's bananas. And I don't know how I feel about that. I think that this should be remove X health of buildings instead of deal damage to buildings. That way you don't gain additional fear off of this card. And /or the idea of changing this so that the wilds from the track, from presence, don't each gain a fear. Somehow I feel like this can be a blindingly strong fear spirit, which it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be offense and control. It's supposed to be wilds as offense. It's supposed to be place wilds not to stop invaders from arriving, but rather to destroy them for having come. And I feel like late game, like right now, what's the next Explorer? It's stage 3, which is honestly right around when we usually win or lose anyways. But like, look what happens in this. Wilds check, wilds check, wilds check, 1 Explorer. That's my fear, is that late game, it's like, okay, I have so many wilds on the field that I'm impenetrable. That's the part that I don't know if it's gonna work. Because that can potentially just say, okay, well, easy game, easy life, Explorer. Mountains and wetlands? Like, yeah, now it would do something. That's because I literally didn't take a turn. If I took my turn and added in... Oh, no, wait, this wasn't counted as a holy site, actually. I couldn't do it there because that doesn't count as a holy site. That doesn't change the game. That changes this hypothetical extra turn. So I could go, okay, you know, add in a presence here, and then disperse these wilds. And now I've protected 3 locations. Maybe Vine's Burst Forth is you may push up to 3 wilds to 1 location. I think I like that. Because this one... Where is it? Because this is push any number of wilds. I feel like this one, it should be push up to 3 wilds to a single location. I feel like that might make it harder to just spread the net. Because spreading the net and blocking all explorers is, I think, too powerful. You know what I'm saying? So you may push up to 3 wilds to a single location. So... Unite on. Bring into media. Top image. This one. Upload to cloud. Upload. Import. To a single location. Good. And let's save this object. Into Horizons as Burning Thorns. Overwrite. Good. I think that fixes my biggest problem with it. My biggest problem is the net. Is the net effect. Is the fact that I can just spread out. Because I want to overrun a single location with 6 wilds. You know, I want it to be like this. This is what I want it to look like. And then when I remove those 4 wilds to break a city, then I can leave 1 behind instead of just spreading a net of 1,000,000 wilds. Do I change that on growth chokes fields as well? I think growth chokes fields is just you may push a wilds. I think that's what changes there. It's just it is instead of any number. That way I can never push too many. I can only push 3 off of this and 1 off of growth chokes wilds. That stops the net effect as well. So you may push a wilds. Then you may spend 1 energy to push 1. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so if I go into this, and that is Growth Chokes Wilds, which is card 1. If I go in and edit that... Why is that? What the? Why that open in... Why that open in Paint? It should always open in Paint.net. Open with Paint.net. You jerk. There we go. Save that over itself. And then... Custom card front becomes card 1. There we go. You may push your wilds. Now we resave this into Horizons, overwriting the previous. Now, becoming a net is all but impossible in the base set outside of pushing the wilds from lands. It means that this and this is the only way to make a net. Card-wise, power-wise, Vines Burst and Growth Chokes neither creates a net. Both of these now creep, and creep with Growth Chokes Fields now creeps, and Vines Burst Forth now bulldozes, if you will. Neither of them neither of them gently push out. Both of them burst forth in one location, leaving push 1 wilds as the only sources of netting, which is okay because I'm energy starved in the early game, meaning I'm going to want to go up here rather than down here. Getting that 2 cards plays is very important, but getting an energy source is important too. Adding a wilds is fine. It's great. Okay. I almost wonder if I should change this water to 1 air. I think I do. I think I changed that water to air. I think I do. Because now, if this is water, guess what? I have plenty of water. I have 2 starting cards with water. I have Abundance and Growth, both with water. So I already have water, and water and grass pair up frequently in minor powers anyways, right? Water, grass, water, grass, water, grass. So water, grass. Yep, and so if I need water, I can get it from sources that usually create grass. So that's fine. What I create here is wind, which is actually more of a problem for me especially in that late game when I want to be flagging this. It becomes better, and yeah. Let's just air, right? Yeah, okay. Did it not work? I think I need to wait for it to finish uploading. Yeah, that air I think is better. Oops. Oh. Save object into horizons. Overwrite it. And then these don't stay here. Okay. I would have to learn Lua to fix the rest of the things, like these being a little bit offset, and actually having these apply the energy properly, but I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, these you can see those touch. These, the bottom row and the top row, actually, both of them are completely touching. Whereas on here, you can see there's a little gap between them. I don't have an answer for that, other than to... No, I don't have an answer for that. It would just be learning Lua and then adjusting the drop locations for this and changing the energy locations for this. Because technically if I hit gain, I gain like 5, because I'm using this as a template. I'm using River Surges as my base marker spirit. Because I had to choose a spirit that didn't have any innate elements, because otherwise I would be adding those elements by default as well. So I had to pick a spirit that didn't have an innate element on its track, and honestly, most of them do. This one doesn't have enough slots in the bottom for it to work. That one has the water, elements. That one's just a mess. Fractured Days just is missing 1 off the bottom. It would need 1 more bottom growth option, because I need to have 7 on the bottom. So the closest that I could use was River Surges, and then we move the top right one, that 5, which unfortunately means anytime you hit the growth option, you gain 5, because that one's technically removed according to the game logic. Oh well. We're gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna head over and join the delightful kobolds of Bucket and Sprig. We're going to be recording some stuff. And doing some more playtesting. So please look forward to that. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think of the spirit, and let me know what balance issues you foresee in this. And I will look forward to hearing from you. Cheers, friends.